Welcome back, everyone. Today, I would like to talk about something that I believe is not just it concerns, it's very close to everybody's heart, or at least most people's heart, and that is love, falling in love. And why do we fall in love with the people that we do? The answer to this question may seem to be simple at first. We see someone, we are attracted to them, we fall in love. However, if that's the case, why is it that falling in love is the cause of so much pain? Even after, let's say, we are successful in acquiring the subject of our desire, the person that we have fallen in love with. It can cause a lot of pain. I think it's everywhere. Why? There is a lot of bitterness, a lot of anger. There is a lot of hatred. In many cases, it can lead to crimes, so-called crimes of passion. And you hear every time, and this is both genders, okay, males and females, and they say, after the breakup, oh, he, she was an A whatever, was a D whatever, and so on, so on. And I have a question. Did this person become an A or a D or whatever else after you met? After you got together, during the relationship? Because I'm willing to bet that he was exactly the same person he was before you met. So if he was a D or an A or whatever during the course of the relationship, he was such before. And again, both genders included here. So why did we fall in love with them in the first place, if they were already not a good match for us? Have we ever thought about that? Why are we attracted to the people that we are attracted to? Why do we fall in love with certain people? And it seems like a lot of people seem to realize that they attract the same type of person. Well, why are we attracted to the same destructive types of individuals? Why do we fall in love with these people? Have we ever thought about this? Because they were destructive before, they didn't become destructive after. They were already what they were and what they probably are. Now, a person can change, but we're not discussing this. Now, we're discussing a normal, so to speak, case of an individual who is who they are. So, they didn't become destructive. They were already. So why did we fall in love with them? And remember, falling in love is the ultimate, I think, desire. And that's why you will see that when we desire something, in many cases we tend not to get it. Or if we get it, perhaps it doesn't have the expected outcome. I think it comes down to the fact, as with everything else in life, that we are attracted to the people that on some level we co-vibrate in the same frequency. And what I mean by this, we will attract the people that will help us reflect on those feelings within us. And so it's like these individuals come into our lives to hold a mirror, a very painful one. The reflection is very painful because we see all those negative emotions within us that sprout and flood our beings because of the other person's destructive behavior and attitude and so on and so on. And so the lesson here is that we need to correct, we need to heal ourselves. This is why we keep attracting the same individuals or destructive individuals in our lives, the same type of individuals, because we haven't learned certain lessons. And the lessons, of course, have to do with our own personality, what we have within. The pain, the bitterness, the anger, the hatred. Understanding that, why? This is a very big thing in life. Why do we go through this? Why are those feelings there? Why do we have to feel these feelings when the other person acts in a way that we don't like or approve or whatever? Why? It's not easy. I know it's not easy when feelings are involved, where emotions are involved, when being in love, that ultimate desire. Because being in love, eros, eros doesn't compromise. Eros, the god of being in love, not love, being in love, falling in love. He wants everything or nothing. There is no compromise. Eros consumes you and wants to consume the other person. And when things don't go the way we want them to go, we think we want them to go, it can be very destructive. And most of us, and I think this is a big mistake, we go down the path of trying to change the other person. They're not going to change. Why would they? What right do we have to change them? There is another source of a lot of pain. Oh, they're not doing this. Oh, they are who they are. Why are you with them? Why? The only thing we can change is ourselves and the way we react or act in these situations. And this is where love, true love, comes in. And of course, there are different types of falling in love, okay? There's desire for just the material body, yeah? Lust, pure lust. You see a beautiful human being and you just want to go for it, and that's it. And the next morning, there's nothing. There's falling in love with the soul of a human being, with their heart and their mind. A purer, perhaps, form of being in love, but a desire, nonetheless. Being in love. Now, I'm not saying that falling in love, being in love is wrong, is a mistake. No, of course not. But we have to point out what actually happens. And is there perhaps a different way that we can do things, that we should react, or I prefer act, be? And I think this is where love comes in. True love, not ego love. A lot of people say, I love you, but what they mean is I desire you, I want you. They are referring to being in love. That is not love. Love gives everything and expects nothing in return. Being in love wants everything, expects everything. It's the most selfish thing that exists. Love is the opposite. So don't confuse the two. And with love, remember when we talked about manifesting and manifestation? And we pointed out that when we desire something, anything, we sort of repel it when we constantly desire it, because we don't allow it to manifest. And that a better state of being was to be in a state of love, which desires nothing. You love, but you don't desire. Love is freedom. Love, because you love, you don't get hurt, because you expect nothing. Because you love, there is no anger. There is no hatred. There is no bitterness, because you expect nothing. You simply love. Now again, I'm not saying that you have to put up with certain behaviors or attitudes. That's not what I'm saying. I'm simply reflecting on the state of being that is probably most beneficial to us. So when we adopt a state of being that is love, which equals peace and balance, we attract. And it is the same with people. This is why people who want something, who desire something, they are called needy, yeah, or clingy, or whatever. Not very nice. It's not very nice. But when you are in a state of love, you might be attracted to something, but you're not clingy, you're not needy. Hence, you attract. So, that person, we should really love them. Love them. Because they help us understand who we are, what we need to correct, how to become better human beings. Wish them well. Pray for them. And when I say pray, I don't mean, oh God, please bring back that person to me. No, that is not love. That is selfish desire. When I say pray for them, I'm talking about pray for their well-being. Wish them the very best. I read somewhere that one of the biggest expressions of love is to pray for someone even though that someone will never know about it. They don't need to know about it because you expect nothing. That is love. And what else is love? Love is self-love. We have to love ourselves. It is the hardest type of love, and it took me many years to understand this. Because we think it's selfish to love ourselves. And it's not. It is actually what makes us better human beings, that help us create a better life for ourselves, attract the proper people in our lives. So the best thing that you can, the best attitude, the best state of being that you can adopt, you start from a state of love and peace. You can be attracted to another human being, but don't go for the trap of being clingy and needy. Be in a state of love and attraction. Be the best human being. If your energy is pure, is good, I've seen it time and time again, it's strong. Not strong, macho strong. That's not what I'm talking about. Yeah. You have a strong, courageous, you're strong and courageous within. All these elements project themselves. And so you now vibrate at a different frequency. Your energy is different. You project at different types of energies, more beneficial. So what are you going to attract now? Those same types of energies, those types of people that co-vibrate to you, with you. And for all those other people that came in and at some point, I mean, let's be honest here, we're not saints. We hurt others. We're not perfect. We've said things, we've done things. Remember on the video about judgment? We will be judged by the measure of our own judgment. So when we open our big mouths and we start accusing our partner or our ex-partner, is this, that, whatever, think about that for a minute. Everything that we talk about in these videos, they interconnect. Nothing just stands on its own. Everything comes together as one. Everything has to be integrated and applied in our lives. So, be in love, but first and foremost, be love. Be in a state of love. That is the most constructive, the most beneficial state of being you can be. And yes, being in love will come, but it cannot take control. It cannot take control. Love has to be the state of being, from which everything else can then happen. I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, as always, please present them. I'll be more than happy in the comments to answer them, or perhaps whether in writing or perhaps through another video. I'm also like to talk about a little something. I have been able to publish my first book. It's in the form of an ebook. It's on printed on demand. There's that option as well. And so the book is called The Pilgrim of Life. and you can find it on different ebook platforms or printing on demand, and I'm fairly certain that I'll be able to put a link down below in this video and on other videos that follow. If you think that there is something you will be benefit, the book is based on my own experiences, on the teachings of esoteric Christianity, Reiki, and the classical tradition, ancient Greek traditions of mythology and philosophy. How I have applied these teachings in my life, hence my experiences. And there is also practical component with a number of meditations and exercises. Without those, theory is nothing. We need to apply them in our lives, these teachings, and the best way to do that is through meditations and certain exercises. So if you think there is something you can benefit from, click on the link and I will very much appreciate it. And with that, thank you very much for listening to this video. I wish you all the very best, and we will certainly continue our journey. Thank you. Have a good one.